So the conspiracy claims all the time evolve. That once the one head of the Hydra is cut down, the second head pops up.
We've had 2 years of non-stop conspiracy theories about the 2020 election, many of which center around these voting machines, that they were in some way hacked and used to steal votes and to steal the election. We are here at DEF CON in Las Vegas, which some people called Hacker Summer Camp, and hackers are doing their very best this weekend to break into these voting machines. Isn't what you're doing here by tearing these machines apart and showing that they can be vulnerable, is that not just going to play into more of the fears, more of the conspiracy theories about the election?
I think a lot of these fears and these conspiracies really thrive in darkness. Here we have like a clear box model where we open things up if you're able to look inside and you're actually able to get your hands on these voting machines yourselves. It's not that there are not vulnerabilities within these machines that need to be addressed. Just because there are vulnerabilities doesn't mean that they were manipulated or exploited in the way that certain parties are saying that they are.
You come over here and we pulled the
Harry, you've spent the weekend tearing apart voting machines. You've talked a lot about vulnerabilities, but have you ever found evidence that vulnerabilities have been used to change the result of an American election?
Never. And same comes with all the other experts. We have always said that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. We have never seen that kind of evidence.
Vulnerabilities exist in almost all software, regardless of where you find it. Even in nuclear power plants, you'll find that. There are a system of defenses and protections to ensure that a bad guy can't get to them. And those exist in voting systems as well.
Chris Krebs oversaw election security at DHS for the 2020 election before being fired by Trump for speaking out against conspiracy theories.
The biggest vulnerability in democracy is the people. It's the brain, it's the perception hack.
Cyber experts here say the big challenge to the 2022 midterms is not the machines, it's misinformation.
I'm afraid, even when I know the vulnerabilities of the systems, I'm more afraid about misinformation claiming an attack which actually didn't happen and which will then get a hold in people's mind.
We want to focus on pushing security forward, and instead we're responding to death threats.
Nate Young and Michael Moore know all about conspiracy theories. They're part of the election security team for Maricopa County in Arizona, a ground zero of election lies. They're here to work with hackers to make elections more secure by exposing vulnerabilities and getting them fixed.
We have not seen a single accusation or conspiracy theory that has produced any actual tangible results.
Conspiracy theories like those being pushed by the likes of the My Pillow guy, who basically claims countries like China have hacked American elections and changed votes.
No, why, just forget about the evidence. If I'm right that China took our country right now, do you care? Would that bother you?
How does it feel as a voting systems expert, listening to people like Mike Lindell?
It makes me sad. It makes me sad from the fact that all of the resources, all of the energy which could have been used for something beneficial, improving, is now misused.
Misused to perpetuate misinformation that undermines American democracy.
The further the narrative goes on, the firmer it gets set in stone. You repeat the lie long enough, and many times it becomes kind of that reality, their reality. Ultimately, this comes down to the voters. What do people want? Do we want to be a democracy? And if the answer is yes, better start damn acting like it.